This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Dalton Valley Farm. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and it is currently available for PC only. It's kind of an interesting map. Just up front, the map author does put in the description that all proceeds from downloading this map will go to Doctors Without Borders. So I think that's a great cause. Those of you may not know that maps and mods submitted to the Giants Mod Hub, map authors and mod authors do get a commission based on unique downloads, as I understand it. And it appears that Lex R, who is the map author for this map, is going to coordinate with Giants to send any proceeds as a result of the downloads of this map to Doctors Without Borders. So with that, I highly encourage you, even if you're not going to play the map, download it, because the way the compensation works is it's based on number of downloads and the user ratings. So if you're not going to play it, at least download it. Download it and rate it based on this video. Or if you are going to play it, please definitely go in and rate it a rating that you feel is appropriate. I'm not going to push for you to rate this 5 stars just because the proceeds are going to go to a charity. Rate it how you feel it's worth. But hey, they're going to pay out money per download, so let's encourage that. Let's just have a download party, if you will. Now, don't go and jump around a whole bunch of different computers and download it. Download it on your game computer to help support Doctors Without Borders. So something else related to this map is it does list Global Company as a required mod. Now, it's not listed as an actual required mod in the website, but at the very bottom it says mod only playable in combination with Global Company. And you're going to see why here in a little bit. This mod also has full animal pen extension support, including the milk cell capability from the cow farm, Heston bale support for the additional crops, manure mod support on the cowshed, pig, and BGA. Extra height types have been added, so it will work with straw harvest, maize plus, and seasons. And with respect to seasons, there's something called a seasons admirer, which is what seasons uses to change certain things or have only certain things appear during certain times of the year. So he lists that flowers that come out in the summer, butterflies that come out when it's sunny in the summertime, extra textures on bushes, hedges, and water plants, snow on the roof of sheds and buildings, etc. So this is a fictional UK-based map, as he says here in the description. So let's jump on in. We're going to pick the normal mods that we take a look at. We're also going to go ahead and select up Straw Harvest. Got the map selected. We are going to load up Global Company so you can see what that is needed for. We use manure system just to load that up, and let's get started. Pull up the log, and what you'll see is presto. So we saw this with Stoppenbach. This map has a loading menu where you pick your starting farm, the main farm, sheep and goats, pig yard, or start from scratch. Now, as best I can tell, this is the only thing that is using Global Company. So if you don't want to use Global Company, but you want to play the map, I'm pretty sure it's possible. I loaded this map up without Global Company. Obviously, I didn't get the start menu. What happened was I loaded in new farmer mode, is what I picked. I loaded in, I didn't own any land. I had $100,000. I had a bunch of equipment. So there was a trade-off there. I assume if I loaded in farm manager mode, I would have possibly no equipment and no land, but $1.25 million. If you load up this game with Global Company and Farm Manager, when I picked Main Farm, I started up with $500,000 in cash and no equipment. So experiment with the different play modes: New Farmer, Farm Manager, and Start from Scratch. Experiment with which starting farm you want to start at, and experiment with or without Global Company, just to get a feel for how you could play the map. We're going to load into all 4 of these modes and show them to you in succession. So we're going to go ahead and load up the main farm here. See, it's going to be loading in starting equipment and everything with respect to the main farm. And we start here at the shop. Where we start, go ahead and take a look at the PDA. See, this map has all of the standard crops with the exception of cotton and sugarcane. We also have added rye, spelt, triticale, and lucerne, or alfalfa as we know it in the Americas. In New Farmer mode, with the main farm selected, okay, we start out with fields 4 and 6, and then the cow and chicken farm picked here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the starting equipment to see how that's going to change. And we start out with the Massey Ferguson 5613 tractor, Puma 185 CBX, and the Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S harvester. So tractors range in horsepower from 130 to 225. Then the harvester here. Got the pickup truck, the TKD Acroliner trailer, free flow 25-foot grain header for the harvester, the POH5 plow, the Agromaz ETC 50H cultivator, the Kuhn seeder and seed hopper. Got the Vanderstand planter, Tempo V8 and seed hopper. That is that fertilized? I think it holds seed too. Either. We have the Kuhn sprayer and the front up trailer for the sprayer. We've got the Breedile fertilized spreader, manure spreader, slurry spreader, front mower, and trailed mower. Then we have the round baler, a small mixing wagon, have the water trailer, front loader arms, fork, header trailer, weight, and we start out with some pallets, little fertilizer pallets, some junk around the cow yard, and the farmhouse. That is our starting equipment. Let's jump over here to farmhouse at the main farm, do a farm 4 here, and then we're going to jump out of the game, jump in, pick the second farm option, and basically repeat. A little butterfly fluttering around. We don't have seasons selected, but this is what you can expect with seasons in the summertime, I suspect. You have a sleep trigger up here at the boots. Go. On into the farmyard. Like the sign on there. So first off, to the left, we have our farm silo, our dump, and our fill point. Not sure on the textures, look a little interesting here on the dump point. Here we have our chicken buy point, and you'll notice we already have some chickens. Let's take a look. We do have some chickens already on the main farm here. We're going to buy more chickens. We have the food trough for our chickens over here, conveniently marked with our sign. And then we have the spot for our eggs to spawn in. Even get a few pallets of chicken food, aka wheat, to our chickens fed. fuel point. We have a maintenance and repair trigger here. There's one of our tractors. More of our equipment. Lime, silo, and then our sprayer. We have some pallets of fertilizer. Pallets of seed. Liquid fertilizer. And it's a global company that's doing these pop-ups. Pop-up notifications. We also start out with some straw bales, both round and square. Some hay bales and some silage bales. We're ready to rock and roll and get started right away. Cow delivery point here. Food trough with our TMR mixer. Scroll trigger is likely in there also. On the side we have our slurry point. And if we use the manure system, see the hookups there for that. Our manure spawn point there. And if we run around to the side, we're going to find the water trough and the milk cell point. Our milk fill point. Here we have the milk trigger. And since we loaded up the animal pen extension mod, this is where we can have auto milk sales go. So we can basically pay to have a contractor come and pick up our milk for us automatically. And we have the ability to buy water trough valve, so $10 to install a new pipeline to allow direct filling of the water trough. $18 a day, but water is free. So basically, installation will start tomorrow morning and take about 10 hours for good old plumbers to install that. Or we could just use our traditional water trailer to fill the water trough. That is pretty much the starting main farm here. What we're going to do is we're going to boot up in New Farmer again and pick the second farm option. I believe was the sheep. And take a look at what that one has. So we're once again back at our start farm selection screen, and we're going to pick goats and sheep this time. Load things up. Once again, our career start point is here at the main shop. Lands on our goat and sheep farm selection is we own field 21, 22, and 26. Jump on over farmhouse. Here at the farmhouse, we do have our sleep trigger. Let's check our starting equipment for the goat and sheep farm. You'll see we start out with some different equipment. So we start out with the Massey Ferguson 7719 tractor, the new pickup truck, a Kuhn fertilize spreader, the Kuhn side mower, header, and windrower. We also have the Kuhn square baler, the Arcasin square bale trailer, we have the Joskins water trailer, and the animal trailer. We have front loader arms and forks. We have cow yard clutter and farmhouse. Interesting that we have the cow yard clutter there. And based on the picture, it looked like this was our farmhouse that we could sell. We start out with some more hay bales over here. Check, do we start out with any sheep? Nope, no sheep or goats. Water fill point, water trailer. Sheep loading area, nicely labeled. We have our food trough. Water trough should be identified with our here. So interesting enough, unlike the main farm where we had to buy the water valve, this one is not set up for that. So we just go in here and move this around to where we want to put it. Okay. And then we can fill there. As far as our wool spawn point goes, I'm not really sure where that is at the moment. Find it marked. Fertilized pallets in here too. That's cool. We have our goat area over here. Goat trough. Goat drop-off point. Goat milk. And water trough over here. Take a look and see the goats take grass hay, lucerne hay, or hay pellets. Our sheep are going to take grass hay, lucerne hay, or hay pellets also. Ah, this must be where the wool pallets spawn. There you go. That is the sheep and goat farm. Once again, we're going to load up into our start farm selection screen and load into the pig farm. Here we are at our start farm screen. We're going to load into the pig farm here. Double click on that. Load up starting equipment and everything for the pig farm specifically. Go. Jump over to our lands area and we see we own the pig farm as well as fields 11 and 12. Jump to our sleep trigger, which apparently is a little caravan or trailer. Water trough here. Go ahead and check our starting equipment with the pig farm. We got the Armatrack 1104 and the Massey Ferguson 7726. Our tractors range in horsepower from 110 to 280. Got the new pickup truck once again. PKD 302 trailer. We have a potato harvester. We have a potato planter. Potato topper for the harvester. DOH5 plow. Amazon 6002-2 cultivator. Manure spreader. Slurry spreader. Water tank. Front loader arms and forks. Got the cow yard clutter and our farmhouse. That's interesting there. Take a look. Don't start with any animals. Got a lot of our starting equipment over here. You have root crop storage for our potatoes and possibly sugar beets. Dump here, this side, and then fill point is over here where we empty out. Cultivator over there. Main farm silo is right here. We have our dump station. Have our fill trigger. Kind of across the road here to the pig area. And we're going to have the food trigger, water trigger, slurry trigger. So we start with some bales also. Straw bales. We also start out with some pallets of pig food. Straw trigger here. Our pig 5 point. Interesting how we don't start with any animals other than the chickens. Newer spawn point. And all the equipment is conveniently located by triggers or points where we'd be using that, so that's pretty cool. That's the pig farm. So we're going to boot this game once more up with the start from scratch hard mode and just demonstrate that that is starting with nothing other than some cash. And then we're going to get around to the proper map 4. So from the start farm screen, we're going to pick start from scratch, start with nothing except some cash. Hard mode is the warning. Go. And for the final time, we load in here our career start point, which is down here at the shop. Also happens to be where the animal dealer is. Animal dealer. Have our shop trigger there and our maintenance, repair, and customize trigger. We do have a nice sized building down here at the shop that we could make use of. Possibly as a cheap way of getting started. Take a look at the lands area. You'll see we don't own a darn thing here on the last game mode. Start out with $100,000. Again, we are starting in new farmer mode. We do start with the yard clutter, so we can earn ourselves 5K by deleting that. That's pretty cool. No custom animal pens. They are all, I guess, embedded in the map. It looks like if we do sell, interesting enough, if we do sell the cow pen clutter, cannot buy it back. And we didn't see, let's look once again, are no farmhouses here. So if we, in the other modes, sell the farmhouse, I don't believe we're going to be able to buy it back. Now let's just check. Can we buy? Let's pick this up. I just want to test something. Okay. So farmhouse, it's still empty. Garage, cow yard clutter. Oh, yeah, there's... Is there a house even there? There is a house there. Boots are gone. So the boots are what actually is the sleep trigger. So, there you go. You start from scratch mode in the start menu. You're going to have to put down your own sleep triggers also. Jump back to the shop. Now the sign here at the shop does say the shop has operating hours. We load in here right at 8 a.m. This gate is operable. Left mouse click. So what I don't know is if you come in here after 7 p.m. tonight, if this gate doesn't work, because when we load in here, we load in automatically at 8 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead and get set up for a bit of a fly around. And we'll come back here and get the Mahindra and drive around and take a look. Get just a little bit of altitude here. You have traffic on the map. Let's go over here and see. Do these poles have collisions on them? They do indeed. Do indeed. So they are hard mode poles. I have to drive around those poles. We have our fuel trigger here. Down here to one of the sell points. Whip it in. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the sell points. We have 2 main sell points on the map that accept most of our crops. Then a few random sell points that accept other things. The whip it in here appears to accept our eggs and goat milk. We also have a BGA root crop sell point for potatoes and sugar beets. We have a cotton sell point at the spinnery, but we don't have cotton on the map. Interesting. Well, sugarcane, but sugarcane is not on the map. We have our wood chip sell point, our milk sell point at Dalton Barn Store. We have sell points for our additional crop types, and we do have sell points for our straw pellets. Good to see. Here we have our sawmill, our wood chip sell point, a log sell point. Then right beside that is our pig farm. Here to the Dalton Barn Store and Dalton Barn. Going to be our bale sell point and another grain sell point. Here we have our main cow farm and chicken farm. You have a cow farm, a horse farm that, interesting enough, was not part of the viable options. Let's take a look here at the viable lands. We haven't done that. So we can buy the horse farm for $28,000. We've got the sheep and goat farm for $43,000. Cow and chicken farm for $92,000. Pig farm for $34,000. Then some of the viable lands, big old field 19, 18.5 acres, $138,000. Forested areas here, 9.3 acres, $13,000 for field 29. Not too terrible bad. We'll take a closer look at this area when we do our drive around. Beach, we've got some animated fishing trawlers out there, it looks like. Large. Head over here to the sheep and goat area. And then the biogas plant and a big collection of cell triggers down here. Other grain areas. Biogas plant. Gestate point. Silage bunkers. 1 and bunker 2. newer sell point here. Root crop sell point. Here's our root crop. Sell point to sell our root crops. The spinnery is around back for our wool. Alright. Go. Head back to the shop. Get our Mahindra and just do a little bit of a drive. Nice small map. Nothing huge. Our vehicle spawn point here. Manually open the gate. Oh, we drive on that side of the road over here, do we? Church and then play area, soccer field. For those that don't acknowledge the game soccer, call it a football field where you kick the ball with your foot. Egg and goat milk sell point down here at the end. Nice looking posters here. Lots of times you'll get this. You get low res. Phone booth kind of stands out next to the nice high-res bus stop and signs. Mexico. Check out the sawmill real quick from the ground. Rough road getting back into here. But the road then continues on into the forested areas. Log sell point in our wood chip sell point around back. I like to touch on this where it's kind of been patched with different colored corrugated steel. Ooh. got the pig farm over here to our right. Don't really need to drive in to that. Have taken a look at all of the farms in pretty good details, I think. Here we are coming up to the Dalton barn. Got a nice sign here telling us what is accepted. Really nice customer-friendly detail there. Got our dump station there. Here we have the bale sell point. We've got the, down that lane is the cow and chicken farm, like the private road, farm access only sign. All that on some of the signage. Do a little first-person driving as we head up here to the horse farm. Looks like for the most part the map has one ring road, kind of loops around, possibly in a more of a U shape. Here we have our horse farm, water fill point, water trough, food trough, thrall trigger, no doubt, and then the horse buy trigger. Take a look. Horses take oats, hay, lucerne hay, and hay pellets. Really nice signage on the map. We have our kind of workout area. And can we buy? Can we buy poo from here? Let's check. Oh, we can indeed. We can indeed. 460 liters of manure for 20 bucks. And we can take this over to the PGA where we're going to stop and sell it. This beachfront property over here. I don't know what that would be called, that big grass area, kind of buffer between the beach and road here. We'll head down this way. This is where the goat and sheep farm is over here to our right. A nice little detail over here. This little telecom power building. Gas farm shop. And we have a listing of what's accepted here. They don't buy milk anymore. Spinnery, full sell point. Really good signage. Come in here to the biogas plant. We've got our scale. Does function. Tester and ground unit. And what I wanted to see, sell our manure. $25. We've seen our 2 bunkers. Then the digestate trigger here. And our rear crop. So guys, that is it. That is Dalton Valley Farm. Now let me know in the comments, what do you think of the map? And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.